Good morning, everybody. Just thought I'd discuss it once again the trunk or treat that's going to be tonight from 5:30 p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. at Leighton Baptist Church. Again, it's we're we're still having it, and uh, as long as it's not raining or anything like that before it starts, we're going. As far as I can remember, we're going to have it outside and probably have most of it outside and the rest inside. But I'm not so sure. But it's very possible. And excuse me. Um, we're going to have hot dogs and stuff like that. Um, and it's not just it's basically an outreach event like it should always be, of course, especially when it comes to the fact that it's important that, um, it'll be important for those, helping people, get, encouraging people to give their life to the Lord. Not forcing them to do it, but encouraging them to do it. And that's very, very important. And if you don't have anything going on tonight, or if you don't have a church to go to, come to Leighton Baptist Church tonight for the trunk or treat that is going on tonight again from 5:30 p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. And like I said, the weather's going to be fine from what I've heard. Yeah, the weather's going to be just fine. It's just tomorrow morning that's the concern. And as far as that goes, the severe weather threat out of all that I've been hearing so far, the greatest severe weather threat, including the possibility of a few isolated spin up tornadoes or two, is going to be for the southern part of the state, down around Mobile and places like that, and south of Montgomery. But uh, but where they have the standard slight risk for severe storms in place, while the northern part of the state, basically from Montgomery and Auburn or so north to Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Anniston, Gadsden, up here in the Shoals, and up in Huntsville and Sand Mountain, we're still in the marginal risk. But the one thing I want to be very clear on this, regardless of the risk, that does not mean that we won't have severe storms. I mean, just because we're in a marginal risk and the southern part of the state's in a slight risk, that does not mean we will not have severe weather. We can still have it in a marginal risk, even though the threat may be very low. That does not mean we're in the all clear. The only way we'll be in the all clear is if it's if it's stable and if there's not a lot of instability and stuff like that. But hold on. Hey, how you doing? I've been one of the things I always look at just about every morning and afternoon is the weather extreme video from the crew at ABC 3340. It's up in Birmingham and Tuscaloosa and Anniston and Gadsden. And they usually show the instability and the shear and all that stuff. Although the best instability and all apparently is over South Alabama, the southern part of the state, and the shear and all being over the northern part. But the bottom line is that we all still need to be on alert, be on guard, and be aware of it. As far as over here goes, now the only way with the threat of severe weather be reduced or not, or it wouldn't happen, is from what we've all probably heard, obviously, is if there's storms along the Gulf Coast that may be strong and hopefully not damaging. And if that happens, then our threat would be little to none. Our threat of severe weather would probably be reduced, and it wouldn't happen. And I hope and pray that's what happens with there being no damage or anything like that. But we still need to be on alert as a precaution. We cannot let our guard down. And if you have not reviewed your severe weather safety plan, now is the time to do it. I mean, there are areas south of us near the Alabama-Mississippi line that have a risk of severe storms today, from Louisiana to Mississippi and Texas. And those of you down there, you need to be on alert right now. Excuse me. Hold on a minute. Hey, how you doing? Check the time right quick. Okay. Alright. I'm having to keep an eye on the battery too, so I can make sure it doesn't go too low or anything worse. But if you have not reviewed your severe weather safety plan, I hope and pray everybody's done that when you first heard about this potential threat. But if you haven't, the time to do it is now, and it's very simple. Make sure you have multiple ways of receiving the warnings, such as a no-weather radio and a very reliable weather app, or excuse me, and a very reliable weather app on your phone or tablet or iPhone or iPad, whatever you have. Make sure you have that also along with the weather radio, and have a plan. Know where you're gonna go, and know what you're gonna do, and have a readiness kit such as helmets and medicine, all of that. Excuse me. Now, is it going to be an outbreak? No. Out of all I've heard, it's not going to be an outbreak. But quite frankly, it really doesn't matter, because if all it takes is one hail or damaging wind or tornado event, regardless of the rating of it or how big it is, it only takes one to be a big deal, to affect. I mean, all it takes is one of those events, only one, to be something you may or may not ever forget. So there's no need to panic. You just need to be prepared for it. That's all you have to do. And remember, and as long as you have a plan and you know what to do and all that, you're gonna be fine. And as long as you know where to go and know what to do, you're gonna be fine. So please keep that in mind. And if you don't know what to do, first of all, make sure if you live in a mobile home, that you know where the nearest safe place should be. Because a mobile home and a vehicle are the worst place to be during any kind of severe weather event. And if you're in any of those, you have to get out of them and get to a more substantial shelter. And just keep all that in mind. I'm going to go ahead and end this video right now. I'll do another one later on. Have a good